And I'm happy on the issue of mining, and I'm happy. I know Senator Kalwale should be in the House, Senator Maruma, and even yourself, especially Coast Region, Western Kenya, Nandi. We have a lot of minerals. So, Speaker, I don't know what is the curse with the natural resources we have as a country. When you read the book by Martin Meredith, The State of Africa, one of the things that Africa is endowed is the natural resources, Mr. Speaker. But it has become the source of the curse. And therefore, Martin Meredith, in his book, State of Africa, highlights that Africa is one of the unique continents with humongous and huge resources that we have as a country, Mr. Speaker, including even other natural resources like the beautiful, pristine beaches in coastal region, which are natural. And like when you go to Copacabana in Brazil, I don't know whether Senator Eddie has had a privilege to travel to Brazil, and others, which is not pristine, Mr. Speaker. I know he only travels to Santorini. Mr. Speaker, the point I'm trying to make is that Africa, and more so Kenya, we are endowed with resources, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I want to congratulate Senator Karen for being thoughtful. Mr. Speaker, in the last session, and I know then you are the governor of Kilifi, in the last session we fought, and if Senator Maruma, Senator Faki can remember, and Senator Manso was still in lower house, and Senator Onyonga, I really fought very hard on the issue of Kerepe gold mine, Mr. Speaker, in Chemase Chemelil ward in Tindret, where an investor had taken advantage of my people, where Mse Cheseret Korir had leased the land for 10 years, but he was not getting value up to date of the gold that is in his land. Because Kerepe gold mine found it wise to flourish and vanquish the owners of the land, Mr. Speaker. We must protect. In fact, the gold in Chemelil, Chemase, especially for Mse Cheseret, has been a curse rather than a blessing to the family, Mr. Speaker. Even the Kaborogin areas in Aldai sub-county, Aldai constituency, Mr. Speaker, and even Tindred constituency, we have similar problems, Mr. Speaker. Everywhere you see a resource called gold, there is always conflict. You go the issue of Shanta gold in Malinya, in Kakamega County, we have a problem. Here in Kilimapesa, which is attached to Angata Baragoi, Mr. Speaker, the reason there is a lot of violence and land clashes in Angata Baragoi, Mr. Speaker, is tied up to the rare earth minerals, Mr. Speaker. You go to your region, northern Kenya, not the coastal region, the same problem that you see about absentee landlords, the fight about land ownership, is only attached to the rare earth minerals that is there, Mr. Speaker. The sad reality is the bourgeois and a few individuals only benefit from these resources at the expense of the local communities. In fact, the idea say, Mr. Speaker, where these minerals are found, there is highest level of poverty and disenfranchisement, Mr. Speaker. You have seen what is happening in West Pokot. When gold was found, there has been a lot of instability in that region. And there is a sponsored banditry attacks, especially that is attached to these rare earth minerals, Mr. Speaker. So I want to appeal that this amendment, the communities, and I'm happy Senator has proposed, and we have said in local content, Mr. Speaker, that 70%, which is captured in this amendment of clause 190A, Mr. Speaker, 70% of the revenue should go to the national government, 20% should go to the county government, 10% should go to the local community and be used to uplift the local affirmative decisions like health center, roads, schools, and hospitals, Mr. Speaker. That was the envisage of 10%, Mr. Speaker. The reading, and I'm happy Senator has brought flesh into the mining rules of 2015. Because, Mr. Speaker, the reading of mining rules of 2015 is that local development community would be gazetted so that they can take care of the 10% that will be generated from the local content on revenue that is coming from mineral royalties, Mr. Speaker. That I'm happy that it was a rule. Mr. Speaker, it has been given a chance now by this amendment. Because then the local, and I'm surprised, you know, Mr. Speaker, when you look at transitional clauses of the Constitution, the provisional administration was supposed to be phased out. But we are sneaking them behind the door. Because one of the conditions in the local development agreement committees, colleagues, who are supposed to be use that 10% allocated from the revenue, would be the ones that determine how the money will be used by the local community, especially the 10% from the mining royalties, Mr. Speaker. And looking at the mining rules of 2015 and the Mining Act, we are saying, and I'm happy it has been captured by this amendment on sharing of mineral royalties among communities. We are saying, before you give a mining license, a mining permit to any person who wants to mine, either in Kilimapesa, either in Ikolomani, either in Chemase, either in Taita, either in Migori, you must attach with these conditions that they must gazette the local community so that the local community can get value, Mr. Speaker. I am saying this, Mr. Speaker. Number 3, that from 2016 up to now, the National Treasury, led by one of the illustrious sons from Senator Migori's region, Senator C.S. John Badi, they have not released to counties, including Kilifi, 2.9 billion Kenya shillings. That is meant as a mineral royalties to our counties and revenue to be used, Mr. Speaker. I think as a country, 2.9 billion. We normally do disbursement, we do division of revenue, Mr. Speaker, we do equitable shareable, we do additional, we do conditional, we do all those. We capture them, Mr. Speaker, but that money has yet to be released. And we must call CS John Badi to order. Because from 2016 up to now, 2.9 billion has not been released to counties, which is supposed to assist them, Mr. Speaker. And even, Mr. Speaker, for example, Nandi, in this financial year in our location, we are projecting the royalties that will go to Nandi is 17.9 million. Nandi has not received 55.1 million up to today in historical 2.9 billion Menbo counties. Mr. Speaker, let me play the devil's advocate. Because we cannot be blaming counties for not performing, yet they are not receiving enough resources. For example, in Chemelil, Chemase, if they are to get almost 60-70 million, the people of Chemelil, Chemase will do a dispensary, will do a road, will do classrooms, will do water, will do electricity, courtesy of 60 million plus, Mr. Speaker. So we must be fair. We must fight, Mr. Speaker. And we must fight as a house. We must be protectors of devolution under Article 96. And Mr. Speaker, I want to challenge colleagues. You know, Mr. Speaker, in 1990, when Nelson Mandela was released after 3 decades from Robben Island, he made a very powerful statement. He made in 1964. He repeated in 1990 when he was released by the apartheid regime then, and said he was ready to fight both white and black domination. I want to challenge members in the name of Nelson Mandela, who is the father of liberation in Africa, that we must fight for these funds to be released to the counties, Mr. Speaker, so that we fight against this non-release. Because, Mr. Speaker, reading of Article 219 says, because I am trying to give flesh to this amendment by Senator Karen, is that when money has been appropriated by Article 219, it should be released without undue delay, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I'm happy, Mr. Speaker, I'm making these comments knowing that you come from a region where minerals is very key to the development of your region, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, looking at this, in fact, the grant removal, we should make a condition, Mr. Speaker, before we renew, and I remember the former minister who comes from a region, Najib Alala, fought for very long, and the late Juma, over the licensing of some of the mineral sites and gemstones in your region, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we must attach the renewal and condition of mining license and permit to agree with us that the communities, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, looking at the 190C, is just, there will be a chairperson, 3 men, 3 women, and secretary, Mr. Speaker, and of course the remuneration should be done by SRC conditions, Mr. Speaker, and ensure their work, Mr. Speaker, so that the colleagues can get the gist as I second this bill in the amendment of clause number 190C, is that this committee will be gazetted. And I'm happy, and I know people like my sister, Senator Ogola, Senator Kavindu, Senator Montet, Senator Karen, Senator Commissioner Joyce, they are happy that in this board we are trying to form, it will be 50-50. 3 men and 3 women. So it will sail through, Mr. Speaker, because it will receive a lot of support, especially from, and I suspect, because a secretary is always a woman, so they will even have 4 against 3. So this is the first time women might have the majority in this board, and we hope in future, even in cabinet, Mr. Speaker, I'm aware there is a ruling that the High Court said that the cabinet is not properly constituted because there is a gender problem, Mr. Speaker. But I hope in the future, because the issue of gender progress and parity is something that we can achieve. If we can do this at the small board level, Mr. Speaker, it means we can achieve even to the highest office in the land. And that is important. And I want to challenge women of this country with tremendous respect, Mr. Speaker, that even as we push them for equality and equity in boardrooms, they must come out and run for those offices, Mr. Speaker. I want to challenge, and people like Senator Kavindu have divided the votes. They have been elected severally. Even the governor there is a lady. The speaker is a lady. I'm told it's called Machakos Girls. You go to Nakuru. Yes, and she's also saying me she's coming, Mr. Speaker. Senator Joyce Korir, Commissioner, is running for Bomet Central. Senator Karen Nyamu is running for Nairobi Women Rep. Senator Mutinda is running for Nairobi Women Rep. Senator Montet is going to the executive. Senator Ogola is going to the executive. Mr. Speaker, we must be challenged that as we push for equity. And Senator Chimera, Mr. Speaker, I don't know, I'm told you are the sponsor, but he's running for the Kwale Senator, Mr. Speaker. But I don't know how true it is. I just heard in streets, Mr. Speaker. But he's our son-in-law. Mr. Speaker, I hope he has told you that he married from my place. So if he doesn't take care, we might return the dowry. Mr. Speaker, the chairperson, and therefore this board, we are trying to ensure, Mr. Speaker, that we push and ensure there is equity and representation. And I hope that this board will be gazetted within 14 days of the election. This, Mr. Speaker, the board that will oversee these mineral rights or royalties in our communities, Senator Wanyonga, should be done after the election. It must be gazetted so that it's a legal body. And even the allowances will be done through SRC. So I want members to get it. So this will be just as serious. And if you want your person to be a member of the board, they must be elected by the community, Mr. Speaker. Functions in article, clause number 190, this will be my last remark, Mr. Speaker, is they will be able to consult Article 10 on national values and principles of good governance. Clause number 190D, colleagues. Article 110, Article 10 of the Constitution, national values and principles of good governance. One of the tenets of good governance and principles, colleagues, is public participation. The role of this committee that will be formed under clause number 190 on the, it is called Community Project Implementation Committees. Community Project Implementation Committees, their role is under Article 10 of National Values and Principles of Good Governance. They must ensure, Mr. Speaker, sir, that they must do what we call public consultation. Mr. Speaker, public participation is now a key ingredient. I have heard people saying, and I know, especially I heard somebody arguing that, Mr. Speaker, that public participation should be shortened because it is delaying implementation of projects. I am a different view, Mr. Speaker. Article 10 provides for public participation. We must ensure public participation is part of the ingredient and values of the Kenyan system of governance, Mr. Speaker. We cannot just say, Mr. Speaker, sir, that we have governance, and I'm having a minority leader who is affected by issues of mining also. He comes from his region, Senator Stewart Mazzai is in the House. We must do public participation. We must identify the projects. Mr. Speaker, the moment we stop listening to the people, we start failing as a society. The moment we stop listening to the people, we start failing as a society. The moment we stop listening to the people, we start failing as a society. The moment we stop listening to the people, we start failing as a society. The people, they say, foxy populi, foxy God. The voice of the people is the voice of God, Mr. Speaker. and I know Senator Gavindu is happy that I'm mentioning God. In consultation, we must be able to ask the people of Kilifi, if they get royalties, what are they supposed to do in Kilifi? For example, we must ask the people of Kwale. I don't know whether Nairobi has minerals, but I'm told Nairobi they are gold diggers, so we never know. They can be included in that category. So I don't know. I'm told Nairobi they are gold diggers, so they might be doing their gold digging. So when we want to do in Taita, where my brother Senator Mwaruma comes from, we must ask. Even Senator Onyonga, I don't know whether bananas can qualify as a natural resource. But there you have soapstone in the region. Yes, the only soapstone in Kisii. We must sit and agree, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, this community project implementation, their work is consult members, monitor the implementation of projects. They must be there to ensure those projects are completed. Mr. Speaker, convene community forums and monitor utilization of funds. I will ask the sponsor of this motion, the distinguished Nairobi delegation, to bring an amendment to, after we can include OAG, because under Article 229, the Office of the Auditor General must do audit of all public funds, so that when these projects are undertaken, this amendment, the OAG must have a role, so that we can get, even, Mr. Speaker, sir, we don't need to bring the reports to the House. We can ensure those reports, Mr. Speaker, sir, are being brought to the House, either county assembly or parliament, so that we can see whether the money has been used very well by community in project implementation committees, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and of course, section number 33, we have talked about the election. I can see my light is there, Mr. Speaker. What I'm just saying, colleagues, in an upshot and in summary, Mr. Speaker, and in summary, is that we must give the best, Mr. Speaker. We must ensure that this law on the issue of community development, the community implementation, the royalties that our people get, Mr. Speaker, must get value. Let the gold in Nandi mean something for our people. Let soapstone in Kisii mean something for our people. Let the rare earth minerals in Taita, in Kilifi, in Kwale mean something for our people, Mr. Speaker, so that we can ensure the natural resources become a blessing, they don't become a curse. The way state of Africa, writer Martin Merritt have highlighted, Mr. Speaker. We must sacrifice this resource, Mr. Speaker. This is the resource that should bring development in our country. Colleagues, we must sit and ensure that when we want to bring something and push for the immediate release of 2.9 billion that is supposed to go to counties, so that when we oversight counties, they have enough money to do their job, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't play and also just oversight counties without giving them enough resources. And I think, Mr. Speaker, and that is why we must ensure, and I want, there was a CMCA who was attacked called Lembande, Siocha. I don't know whether he has recovered by goons, and no one has been arrested, Mr. Speaker. They must be arrested because he is a representative of the where soapstone is found, Mr. Speaker. And even this issue of goons, we must eradicate. I think as a country, we don't no longer these goons, Mr. Speaker. But somebody was telling me goons are also voters. So I don't know what situation we'll be able to handle, because I'm told goons are also voters. But as a country, in interest, if today, the people of Ikolomani, the people of Kisii, the people of Nandi, the people of Kwale, the people of Kilifi, the people of Mombasa will have access to development, will not have goons in this country. If they can get value for their resources, Senator Onyonga, through the Speaker, there will be never goons in this country. Because if everybody can access service and development, Mr. Speaker, there will never be goons. The only problem we have today is poverty. Kenyans cannot get 3 square meals, Mr. Speaker. Even the children who are seated up there, you are distinguished guests, most of them don't have school fees. They don't have books. They have many challenges in their schools. I know you have been a member of National Assembly in the lower house, and you are one of the best in management of CDF. It has been a challenge that infrastructure in our schools continue to be a problem. The only solution is to release this money, these royalties, so that we can use to develop school infrastructure, ensure school facilities, so that your distinguished pupils and students who are up there, Mr. Speaker, can get an opportunity to get the best infrastructure and learning. Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, allow me to second the Mining Amendment Bill 2025, and I yield back the mic.